Hello guys and welcome back. So for today we are going to have a floor to lay down, but I'm not going to do it. I'm just going to explain it to my friend over here that
Hi guys.
It never laid the floor. So let's see how hard it's going to be to lay this floor down. I'm just going to explain to him a few things, the basic stuff, and after that he's just going to start to lay down everything. We have our underlay here. We have some pieces that we already taken out from the box. This is engineered wood flooring. Usually I would recommend for something like that to use some glue. In this case we are not going to use any glue or specialized tools. We are just going to lay it with our hands and a handsaw. Actually no, because we have a chop saw.
Yeah, we have a proper chop saw, professional one.
So let's start and let's see how all this is going to go. Ready?
Peace.
Okay, so let's start with our underlay, which is here. We already cut one piece. Okay, so that is our first step. He was already trained for that.
Yeah. Okay, next step, we need to use some packers.
Yeah,
5 mil.
we just need to leave a small space between the actual flooring and the wall. Okay, so we are just going to start now to lay some of the floor, and then we are just going to push it with our packers.
So in the package, we have different sizes. They are randomly cut. So I believe we can start with the biggest one, and after we're gonna go smaller, and a bigger one, smaller, and the bigger one. Yeah, we'll start from the right corner, left, right, doesn't matter. Come on, explain to me. You want me to explain to you, or you want to explain?
I already see the first problem here. Now here the edge is going to be too big, so I would like for that edge to be cut so it can go more.
Or we can leave it like that, and we can use that edge as a packer. No?
And I don't want to have too much gap between the wall and the actual floor, because maybe the skirting is not going to be able to cover all that gap over there. So I will start by trimming out that small piece at the bottom. So let's do our first cut. Okay, so we are ready now to do our first cut.
First piece installed. Another one.
Here we go. Okay, you can just build them up, and after that you put the packers and push it towards the wall.
I need more focus, I think.
Yeah. For now you just need to start with the second row, and then we push it all back. Okay, so that is not a bad start. Okay, so let's just start with our second row. Okay, so when I see that, my knees are already starting to hurt. Right now we are on our third roll and doesn't go very bad. It's going very well. And let's just go a little bit faster. So right now we are going to reach our first difficult point, and that is the pipes. Not that difficult, but I like a little bit of drama. So let's see how we are going to deal with that. Now he's going to do his cut, and then we have to do the cut for the pipe. So now easy, we are just sliding it in, and then we are just going to have to sign around the pipe. Now we just need to measure this gap, and that is going to be our gap, our cut.
Three centimeters straight.
Okay, so now we just have to put 3 centimeters here and do our cut. Now he's a little bit cheating because I said no fancy tools. Now we just have to see if it's going to be spot on.
With a pipe cover, you're not gonna be able to see it.
Almost. Still needs cutting at the back.
Why?
Another couple of mils.
Because it's touching.
Because you can see this gap here. Yeah, and here we don't have any gap. So a little bit more. not easy when you have somebody breathing on your neck. It's hard to do the job. You cannot concentrate. But today, that is my job.
Perfect.
And now it's spot on.
And 1 year later.
Okay, so finally we are back and our floor is done. We've done a few cuts for the skirtings. Also, it's not on yet, but the flooring at the moment looks very good. For a beginner, it's the best floor that I ever saw. And the other room also is done, and I'm going to show that one to you in just one moment. But I have to say, I'm very pleased with what I see at the moment. Okay, so even the second room now is done. And it seems that looks everything nice and fine. Not bad, we have a few cuts around here. We left all our gap around. Okay, so overall everything was done. We have our guy here that done everything by himself for the first time and doesn't look that bad. So let's ask him a few questions.
What do you mean doesn't look so bad?
Looks nice and good. I would have done a few things differently, but overall everything is fine. And what did you think about this job? How everything was?
How I find it? I find it really challenging for me because it was the first time. Yeah, it was a little struggle with some cuts, but overall it's fine. Yeah, it's a hard job. It's a really hard job, but you can do it if you put in your mind to finish it. By the end of the day, you can finish it. But I don't know. Yeah.
Yeah. So what was the more difficult parts?
The most difficult parts
you've done?
It's no difficult parts. I mean, like it's easy to put one after another, but when you come to the wall, you need to do cuts and start with the off cut. You need to start with the other side, and so on. But when you come to the, for example, I have a wardrobe in there, and the last row, you need to cut it like half of the size. This is a normal tile.
So
Yeah.
this was your difficult cut that you had
Yeah.
to do.
Because
okay, so the end of the
end piece, yeah.
the end piece of the flooring. Okay. So that that type of cutting usually is happening, but at the end, if you have a few tools, it's not going to be too difficult to do. Of course, you need even a little bit of experience, but it can be done even if you are going to do it on your first time. And you can see that it's everything done. So that's why I always say, if I can do it, you can, because I know jobs like that, they are not that difficult to do. You just have to put your mind into it and a little bit of strength and just start to do it. Okay, so I think that's it for today, and see you on the next one. Bye bye. Okay, so right now, 1 year later, and 1 year later,
1 year later.
1 year later, 1 year later, 1 year later,
And 1 year later.
Normally we need to use goggles and gloves, but we are at home. We can do whatever we want.
just fucking cut.